Hello everybody, welcome back to my daily journal series. I'm going to be ending this sleep session that I just woke up to. Here it goes. Now, I always like to do a review later because it allows you to type your Pokemon sooner and manage a few things, so 39,000 snacking is pretty good. As you can see, I hit the Master 4 goal that I was, or Master 3 goal that I was aiming. Ooh, got some Entei candy. I'll always take that. No proc on the Gardevoir, so my team's... Ooh, a double proc! I will take that for skill stacking. Building up that berry bomb for tomorrow. Excited for the next event. I'm planning on going to Top Hollow. Gonna drop all the berries from these fire types. It's gonna be quite the sight to see. So, get those 200 sleep points. And the daily gift. I'm sure it's bundles. Yeah, there's bundles here. I don't really mind the bundles that much. I don't buy diamonds, so to be able to purchase them is pretty much out of my price range almost every time. I would like this if I had enough diamonds for it. I think the 9 Great Biscuits is awesome, especially with a good camp ticket thrown in as well. But just out of my price range, living off of the free diamonds the game gives you. So, breakfast time. Now, my meals this week have been rather weak, pitiful. That pattern is gonna continue, as this is like the best meal that I can be making. It's a very, very weak meal, but it's just because I'm running basically 2 skill specialists is all I'm running, because the other guys are sneaky snacking. So this is like the best I can do. That Stalwart juice leveled up again. I like to go into the calculator and take into account. I like to keep good track of this so that I can make accurate predictions in the future. So relaxed, eating his meal. Alrighty. No new news. Sleep reports. Seeing lots of things that I like. I'm seeing lots of decent amount of Larvitar candy, which I will take. My Tyranitar, I want to get it to level 60. I know it's got the ABC list, but I think that there's a lot of potential in the ABC list, despite it being the suboptimal choice by most meta standards. Alrighty, let's get into this sleep report. Eight hours, 51 minutes. I got another 100. That looks like it's going to be a slumber. My gosh. What was I doing that I slept that deeply? Huh. Oh, wait, balanced? What? I thought sure I'd be slumbering. Oh, well. I guess it's balanced. I guess I normally sleep that deeply. Who knew? I'm going to have the 8 sleep styles here. Having Master 4 at this point. 4 3-stars. Should be a decent amount of Dream Shards. I'm at the point where I'm at research rank 60, so I get Dream Shards for research XP, which is huge. Before that point, I was kind of starving for Dream Shards. Oh, I'm guessing that's 3-star Dragonair. New sleep style. That's pretty cool. I'll pull up the sleep decks in Rain on X and mark it off once I figure out. It's got to be the 3-star because it's not a top belly. So, and I already have 1 and 2. So now I'm just looking for that 4-star Dragonair and the Dragonite styles. Dragonite's one of the few Pokemon I don't have any of their sleep styles of, so I just haven't spent enough time at Lapis. So it's one of my few islands that doesn't have a 60% bonus. Aside from Snowdrop, I've spent very, very little time at Snowdrop. Pretty much, I've only gone to Snowdrop when it makes sense during an event week for me. I've never gone to Snowdrop in an off week. So, okay, nothing's hungry here. So then, looking around, man, this all kind of sucks for the most part. I think the best thing to invest in here is a Slowpoke. Just released a video on the Slowpoke. I think it's kind of a weird Pokemon in the meta. But it's got some potential, so. Meanwhile, the rest of the things here are fully evolved, which I don't think is worth spending biscuits on. Or they're just Pokemon that I have no need for. I don't have a need for a Dodrio because I got a great for Alligator. So it'd really only be useful during weeks at Greengrass where I roll the Flying Berry, so. Let's see, what does this Slowpoke have? Well, first, yeah, Dragonite Candy, obviously. That's not even a thought. Maybe the Venusaur, but maybe the Slowpoke. If it was back before Suicune, I would have sent Slowpoke Candy, maybe. Just because so many people were investing in their Slowpokes for Suicune specifically. But now for general use, Dragonite's a much better candy. Quiet nature, now it's ingredient finding up. I'm not opposed to that on the Slowpoke if it's got double tails, which it does not. So yeah, this guy's garbage. He's actually got decent ingredient finding stats as if I was willing to sub-skill seed these. But at the same time, you don't want to be sub-skill seeding that much, especially without it having the tails at 30. So he's garbage. I'll be trashing him. Let's get rid of that guy. Everyone say bye, Slowpoke. Okay. Now let's get to showing off a little bit more of my box. So, I remember last time, I think we ended off at this Raichu. That's level 33 one. So, I'll go over a few of them today. The Venusaur. Wait, no, I definitely showed this off. Well, yeah, I definitely showed that off. But where? Now, did I show this off? I think I did. I don't know. It's got Monocorn, Berry Finding S. It's not great for ingredients finding until like level 75, but I find that the Monocorn list, Beware, is such a strong Pokemon as it is, that you don't really need a better one than this necessarily. If I go into the calculator and just plug in my my Beware, and if I was to get him to level 60, I mean, my Dragonite produces some corn, but even this guy with level 60, he's producing 74 corn a day. Once again, that's more than any of the top tier dishes, so I think it's just enough, and he's got Berry Finding, so it's cool. Blastoise. Now this one was my Cope Blastoise. I caught him second. I thought he was better because he's got double cacao, which is better, but he has nothing for ingredients, and I feel like I went over this. If I went over this, I'm sorry for repeating these guys, but he's got quite a bit of inventory, which is good on the ingredient specialist with the berry finding, but he just doesn't have anything for that ingredient finding, and with a meal existing that has such high requirement for cacao, you want like 75 production, and as you can see, he only produces 51. He only produces 2/3 of what I want a Blastoise to produce, so not that great. Banette. I know this one's new, because I did not go over Banette for sure. And yeah, I'm still continuing that Squirtle hunt, by the way. I keep getting screwed by the game. I've caught 30 Squirtles at this point, and those are the 2 best ones that I've caught. If that gives you any idea. The one with the ABC list that I showed off yesterday for sure, and then the one that I just showed off are the 2 best Squirtles that I've caught. So I've had terrible luck with it. Anyway, this Banette. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's got Berry Finding S. It's got a speed of help up nature. That's what all it's got going for it. But having a tier of speed of help up with Berry Finding, pretty powerful. I think if it shares an island with Raichu, as some people are theorizing is going to be the case with Old Gold Power Plant, then I'm never going to end up using it because I just have so many more powerful Raichus that unfortunately this thing's just going to be outclassed. But I have it as an option. So, Butterfree. Now this is my early game blunder. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. Until you notice its inventory. It's got 29 inventory. That doesn't sound that bad. That doesn't immediately show any red flags unless you really, really know the ins and outs of this game. Because a Butterfree that's evolved with 500 hours of sleep, if it was evolved from a Caterpie, it should have 34 inventory, but this one only has 29. That means I caught it as a Metapod. And as you'll notice, it's got main skill level 3. I keep this thing as a reminder of my early game mistakes. I looked at it, didn't know of Help Bonus or Berry Finding S at the time, or just how strong those sub-skills were, and saw the Adamant Nature with 2 tiers of Help Speed, and I thought that this was the best Butterfree a man could find. Now, seeing that, I was like, this thing's going to be on every team I have for all eternity. So I was like, it'll be worth it if I put a skill seed into it, not knowing that Butterfree's skill trigger rate is one of the lowest in the game. So I wasted a skill seed on this, and I just kind of keep it around as a reminder of early game mistakes. It's not really that good. It's the best Butterfree I found, but Butterfree's not the best. It's great early game, since it is so easy to evolve, but it's not a great long-term investment. Then I have another Meganium. This is similar to the Butterfree, actually, how I thought that Help Speed M and Help Speed S were that powerful. It doesn't have Berry Finding, but it was a great first investment for Lapis, so it got me along the way. Not too much else to really say about this Meganium. I don't really use it anymore, but I hold on to it because it does have some strength. And then I'll just go over this Ampharos. Now, I struggle with the Ampharos because I just haven't had the skill seeds, I guess, to invest in a good skill charge strength M Pokemon. This one I caught as a Flaffy, unfortunately, I believe. I don't remember off the top of my head what Ampharos' skill carry limit is by default, but you could fact check me. Did I invest a skill seed into this or not? But it's got Help Speed S, Skill Trigger M. Unfortunately, there's the Help Speed M at a late point, blocking me from sub-skill seeding. But those things combined with the Help Speed eventually, pretty good, pretty strong. Unfortunately, shortly after I invested a skill seed into this guy, I caught another Flaffy, which was just better. Yeah, it doesn't have Help Speed S, but Help Speed S isn't that far off from Helping Bonus in terms of how much it helps, and Helping Bonus helps the entire team. Unfortunately, this guy also has Skill Trigger M blocking the Skill Trigger S from being sub-skill seeded, but it's also got a main skill chance up nature, which is huge for having 2 tiers of Skill Trigger, and if I can eventually get him to level 75, this dude will be great. So I invested a skill seed into him earlier on as well, because I eventually do plan on using him when I can get him up there, but he's just not the top of my priority list. So as of right now, these guys kind of just sit in the box as eye candy. But I hope you enjoyed taking a look at a couple of my Pokemon, because that is all I'm going to show off today. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope you tune in next time.